every single person has been on board.
Team captain, leading the way.
Yeah.
How is that? Is that an extra responsibility?
Responsibility, no, because we all work so hard in there. But like, it's just kind of like extra. I could say it's extra motivation, but also a lot of pressure at the same time.
It's a straight arm.
She was crying all the time. Like, even looking now, she's probably gonna start crying now.
That
I
was
don't actually like to watch his fights because I get really emotional
And
sometimes.
she's like crying all the time.
some collection.
Yeah.
How many do you have? Do you think? Do you ever count them?
Right, no. Connacht, All Ireland's here it is. All Ireland's 2014.
Savage. And that was a silver, is it? That's a gold.
Gold, that's All Ireland as well. Gold 2014, I competed at 2 categories. I'd say the most important ones would probably be these ones.
Right.
The Northwest International Opens. I got a gold in my division, and then I competed at the senior. I was only a junior, like.
So why are these the most important? Is that the All Ireland the most?
No, this was my first international judo competition.
Oh,
And it was my first one competing at senior level. But the senior, like, you could be like a blue belt and you'll be finding like guys there like 3rd degree black belts.
Yeah.
So jiu-jitsu competition.
Carlos Gracie Senior.
I went over to Leeds by myself. Represented Ireland.
That's sick.
And it was just some different.
See, and they say we don't have grapplers in Ireland.
Yeah, I went over.
We're going to change that, aren't we?
Yeah, I fought a no-gi and I got a gold, and then I fought a gi, and
that's pretty sick. What's that?
That's grappling as well, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, they're all jiu-jitsu ones.
Sick.
Yeah.
Throw of the day.
Yeah, for judo. This is a big tournament as well. It was 2nd place in
Alicante.
in Spain.
You got to travel a lot with this as well, didn't you? Did you?
Yeah, it wasn't like, that was probably the only country that I fought in judo. But like, I fought at the World Championships for Combat Sambo.
Yeah.
Back in.
Is that you?
Yeah, back in 2013.
Oh my god, that does not look like him.
Yeah, no, I look like a fat Chinese kid. But
MMA Fighter of the Year.
yeah, so that was. I remember I was in Charlestown for 1 year at that stage. My first year in Charlestown, and I ended up winning Fighter of the Year. I had 3 fights that year. I won all 3 of them, and I was like, wow, it's
fucking
massive,
class.
like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the gym, there's so many like talented young prospects and like young kids and everything, and they all had fights. Like, we had Max, he was flying it. We had Aiden.
He was undefeated, wasn't he? He still is undefeated. What am I saying?
He's still undefeated. Like, you know, no one's better. Like, if it wasn't for that shoulder injury, he would have been a pro a long time ago.
Yeah. And the belts. What belts do you think you're missing?
So I'm missing the UKFC title at amateur. That was huge. The Clan Wars amateur title. So I was down in history for Clan Wars because I was their first.
You had all the belts on one
I had
stage.
every belt in Ireland, UK. I had UKFC, CRC in I was double champ on CRC Cage Ring Championships. WCFC, that's my first amateur title.
Yeah. Is that the one that survived the fire?
Yeah, that's the only one that survived the fire. Yeah, but I had 7 or 8 titles amateur and 3 a pro now. This is a world title. Like, the levels 5 league, that's a world title. So I just want to upgrade that now and get the PFL European title.
Did you see the PFL titles?
It's sick.
Ah,
Sick, man.
they are just beautiful.
So I think I'm just gonna have to upgrade now. Like, maybe get the small room just as a trophy.
I thought it was the small room when I seen it in the.
She won't let me. Like, she won't let me. Like,
We'll get one in the new house.
yeah. Yeah. Every house I had, this had to be the centerpiece of everything, and we work around it.
Yeah.
You know?
Daniele Scatizzi has a tough test, to
Very
say the
tough,
least.
yeah, exactly. A very, very tough test. But like I said, I've never taken easy fights, and I cannot wait to just go in there and just make a statement. And I'm, like I said, he's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in there and try and prove a point, and look, we'll put it all on the line for the fans.
Savage.
Good.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. I cannot wait.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Do not blink. I've been kind of visualising this, man, for a very, very long time. Like, remember when I first came to that first Bellator fight, and I was like, I should have been in there, I should have been fighting, and now we're here. Like, it's just something different, man. It's just thinking about it now, it just gives me like kind of goosebumps, you know. But, yeah.
We obviously talked a lot about your background, you know, your history as a competitor. We haven't really got a chance to, you know, break down the fight and everything you've been doing leading up to the fight and coming to the scene of the crime, you know?
Yeah.
So in terms of the training camp then, kind of how was that put together?
Obviously we have a tight team down in Charlestown. I have Aidan O'Boyle, I have Max Lally, I have Conor McCarthy. I've been bouncing down to Paddy Houlihan's gym as well, working with the lads in there. There's some really good wrestlers in there. I'm just back down. I was in Team Tours getting some really good rounds up there. So look, I like I said, I don't need to have specific body types. I just need to focus on my game. I need to focus on me getting better. Because I don't look at my opponents. I just need to improve on the aspects I'm going to bring to the table in the cage. So yeah, but the training team we have is very good.
Yeah.
You know, we're a small group, but you don't need 10,000 bodies.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking about that night in Bellator, this is the famous smoking area. This is where we were talking about it.
Yeah, I remember this very well. I should have been in there, but look, you know, it's all these roads led to the final destination here.
Yeah.
Now. So, like I said, we're just under 4 weeks, and I'll show everyone what they've been missing out on. You know,
sure,
so
man.
The way Paul's philosophy works is like, we have, say, in my case, we have a young prospect at welterweight, someone in the middle, and then someone on the way out.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want two people fighting from the same management company.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean? But the way he is, it's kind of like, it's just different, man. He's like a brother to me. Like, you know, he's always, we meet up for coffees. Yeah. He's constantly giving me bollocks on the phone if I don't do something right, or if I miss one session. I have to catch up on it the following day and stuff. But that's the way we were working, like, and that's the way he is. He does all the business side of things, and then Owen looks at the opponents and so on. Of course. But we have a tight group. If you notice, every single one of my fights, since I went to one in management, I have Paul in my corner. I don't know if it's just a lucky charm. Yeah. But I won every single fight with him, so it's just, I don't know, like people don't see because he's a manager, he kind of like goes beyond. So like, what he does in the background, like do the video edits for me, say, look, you should post this, you should do this, like, because I'm not this big fucking trash talker and bullshit and all that crap. That's just not the way I am. So he tells me, look, do this, try and do it this way instead of something else, and it's working, and I'm glad to have him, you know. Yeah, man, for sure. It makes your life easier because you can just focus on the fight at hand. Exactly. And obviously coming into just under 4 weeks, you're going to be fighting Daniele Scatizzi, and that's really all you should focus about, you know? Yeah. Saying the name Daniele Scatizzi, what emotions does that evoke, and where do you kind of see this kind of journey with him in the cage? Do you see it, you know, do you see yourself really far apart from him in terms of the skill? Are you really that confident, or how do you see that yourself? Look, every fighter is going to say he is so confident and so like ready for this scrap, or any fight they're in. Like, you're not going to go in with a losing mentality. Of course. But with Daniele, I know, like, I look at his fights, I look maybe at one or two of his fights. Obviously he's very experienced. I'm not going to say shit about that. He's very experienced. He's good all round. Like, the only thing he has over me is experience. But then you look back at my last 3 fights, I fought guys that have more experience than him and me put together. Like, you know? Yeah, true, very true. So it's, for me, it's, look, business is business. You know, like, we're going in there to showcase their skills, and it'll be my skill set against his skill set. Like, you know, I know he's a judo head as well. He's a brown belt in judo. So who knows? It could be a judo fight, like, you know. But, have you envisioned that? Are you open to that idea? I'm open to anything, man. You know, I love if the fight goes into grappling exchanges, because it's going to be sick, you know. But like, a lot of my opponents forget that I have a grappling pedigree, and they just kind of like stand and train with me, and then they realize, oh, once I hit them, they drop like flies. So it's look, I'm all rounded, like coming to this stage in my career, you need to be all rounded because every fight I've taken, they've been all like a step up, so I'm ready for whatever.
Okay. So on the night then, we're going to have thousands of screaming fans. Why should they be excited to come and see Andreeas Binder and his opening fight in PFL Dublin?
What can I say? I don't want to sound quirky and stuff, but you're in for a treat. It's going to be one hell of a fight. Someone will go to sleep. And the thing is, I'm never in a boring fight. Because that's why fans pay for violence. Fans pay to be like entertained, and that's what I do. You look at my resume. Out of eight of my my fights, 6 of them are knockouts. So I'm entertaining. I have a big backing behind me. Like I said, I'm bringing nearly 300 people up, so it's going to be a good night for us. I know it is, and whatever happens, it's going to be a great fight.
Nice. And one last thing, I actually mentioned this to Franz as well, but he's kind of been used to it, being involved in more fight weeks. You're a very energetic person, but obviously sometimes on fight week you have to balance that out. You don't want to, waste it in the wrong moments. How do you foresee fight week? There's going to probably be a lot of media. What do you kind of enjoy about that? What do you hate about it? What would you change? Obviously this is all just talking between us, because obviously there's not a lot we can change. But fight week itself.
Fight week. So I fought at international levels, different countries, everything. That's very draining, because when you have to fly over, say 3-4 days out with press conferences, with media and stuff like that, it's a lot of you're very tired, especially when you're cutting weight as well and everything. But this time I think it's a bit different, because I'm literally 30 minutes away from here. I don't have to hop into a flight, I don't have to go anywhere. It's like at my doorstep, should I say. Media wise, it's going to be a bit different, because there's going to be more cameras on me. There's going to be more cameras on this fight, because it's a people's main event in my eyes.
For sure.
And but other than that, nothing changes. I know the hard work I put in leading up to this, so I can't change anything in a week. That week is just focusing on getting the weight down, and that is it. All the hard work is done. Then I just showcase inside that cage, and that's it.
Okay. Any predictions before you go?
Prediction, look, whatever it takes. I'm not going to go in for a decision. I want to go in there and finish the fight, whether it's knockout, TKO or submission. I hate decisions, because I've lost decisions in amateur and
you don't want to leave it to the judges.
No, I don't. And I'm going to go in there to put him away, and he's going to be exactly the same. And that's what I like about him. He's a fighter's fighter. He's going to go in there and leave everything on the line, and I'm exactly the same. So we'll see who takes the first back step. I guarantee I won't be.
So expect fireworks. Thank you very much, my man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.